Hey vintage lovers, long time no see. I hope everyone's enjoying their summer. I'm enjoying mine, especially today. I decided to come outside because for the first time in months, we actually have a break in the sweltering heat and humidity. I live on Long Island, which is nice, but in the summer, man, it just gets... So I figured I would come outside and hopefully won't be too noisy, and I wanted to shoot the video out here today. So, reason for today's video, I actually got the brand new Redbird subscription. If you haven't heard about it yet, it's an all scarf subscription. So this subscription, it's available to US only, so sorry to our international pals, but it's 3 vintage scarves and a vintage inspired brooch, and it comes to $25 US plus shipping. My discount code, K10, also works on this. So if you're new to Redbird, definitely check them out. I will link all the information down below to their website, and you can check out all the different subscription boxes they have. So this is now their 3rd one. So they've got the Lorraine, which is vintage accessories and clothing. Then they have the Marie, which is accessories only, and now they have this one, which is, I think they're still working on a name, but for now it's the scarf subscription. So I just got my package. I ripped it open. I have not peeked inside yet. So let's delve in together. All right, so, woo-hoo-hoo. It still has the lovely Redbird Vintage Box smell. Oh, and this is such a beautiful pin, brooch. It's kind of like a snowflake. This reminds me of Sharon, if you guys are familiar with that particular costume jewelry designer. This looks like a lot of his pieces. Redbird Vintage Box. It's always so exciting. I love this. Little problem shooting outside is the breeze. Hopefully my hair looks gorgeous. With the low humidity, it shouldn't be too bad. All right. Woo. They know I love nautical. It looks like I got a few nautical pieces. So, first up, and yellow. Oh, look at this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous scarf. So we've got ship wheels in white. Can you see as it blows in the breeze? Maybe shooting outside wasn't such a good idea as my hair sticks to my lips as well. It's so nice out though, I'm enjoying it. Here's another thing you can do with your vintage scarves is make a flag. Ah, gorgeous. So after all of this, please stay tuned because I'm going to show you a couple things you can do with these scarves. And next, it looks like it might be some more nautical. Whoa, nice big scarf. Look at this anchor. Whoa. This is awesome. I'm excited. I love me some big scarves. There's a lot of things we could do with this. And I can feel its silk. Yay! And scarf number 3. Oh, this is such a nice color. Woo-hoo-hoo! All right. Awesome. So we've got 3 different style scarves. 3 completely different looking, and look at these. These are like lilies on this. So, I'm gonna show you guys some wonderful things that you can do with these scarves. So stay tuned, and I'll see you in a minute, my lovelies. Welcome to my horrendous green room. I'm gonna show you a couple of things that you can do with your scarves. I've got a huge scarf collection myself. I do use them all the time. They're great for accessories, and they're great for accessorizing things that you might not even think of. I'm going to show you a couple vintage things to do and a couple of modern things to do with your scarves. They sent me 3 different types and styles of scarves, so this is going to be perfect to show you guys a couple different things you can do. So the first thing you can do is, of course, just wear it as a scarf. I got my 3 scarves here. I mean, they're scarves. There are so many tutorials on YouTube and Pinterest and all different sorts of ways to style scarves. This long one, you can actually even learn how to do those really fancy knots like men do when they tie their bows, their ties rather. You can practice and just do all sorts of fancy stuff with it. I've even seen ones where they knotted them and turned it into a flower and wore it as a brooch. I am not going to learn how to do that for this because there's just so many things that you could possibly do with these scarves. So I'm also going to just show you guys real quick a couple things that you can do with them for your hair. So I have a whole tutorial already with different scarves on how to tie a turban. So I'm just going to go through it real quick, and then I'll also link it below so that you can watch the one where I ramble on and on like I usually do with all the tips and tricks on how to get it to work. So the first thing you're going to do is get your hair up when you want to do a turban. Now you can wear your hair down to do a turban as well. That was actually a really big style in the 1940s, was to do your hair all glamorous and then just do a turban right over it. I personally, when I wear a turban, do it because I'm having a bad hair day, I'm hiding a wet set gone wrong or an actual wet set. So if I've got pin curls in and stuff and I want to go out, I can just wear a turban. So there's 2 different scarves that they sent me that are perfect for turbans. So I'm actually going to start with the giant one first. I cannot get over how cool this is. They know me well and I love nautical stuff. So they sent me 2 nautical scarves. I was just in love. So the first thing you're going to do for the turban is to locate if there is a tag on this, because you want that to be one of the hidden ones. Nope, there's no tag, so we don't have to worry about that. So you're going to make a very large triangle. And now I'm going to be doing this blindly, so bear with me. Now with this, you're going to put your head down, put this down at the nape of your neck. And I've already got some hair. I just recently cut my hair, so it's much shorter, so I've got some stuff flying out. Now you're going to tie this once, right about where your bangs are. Hello! Now, the trick to this is you want to make sure you have your ears not completely tucked in. You want your lobes out. 1, you want to be able to hear. 2, you still want to be able to wear your jewelry. And 3, I just think it looks better. So now you got your 2 bunny ears and you've got this big flap from the back. So I pull this flap forward and then I'm going to tie another knot right on top of that guy. Then I fold him back and I'm going to tie one more time. And now you don't want to tie this too tight. Oh, I lost him. Again, it's difficult to do blindly, but practice makes perfect. So try this out a few times until you get the feel for it. What I was about to say though is you don't want to tie the turban on too tight. If you tie it on too tight, it won't stay on. If you put it on too loose, of course, it won't stay on either. So now you got these bunny ears. Some people like more height. You can tie it again, so you've got like a big on top. Personally, I think that this is about as much as I want to do. So you take these ends, you find a loose knot, and you tuck them on in. And I'm not sure how it looks, but I feel like I did it right. And voila, glamorous, covering a very bad hair day. It's also good for humid days. It's good for running to the store when you just slept on a wet set, so half of it's curly, the other half straight, and you just need to get it back. And you can see how quick that was. It's much easier when you have a mirror to look into, so you know it looks good. So this was number 1. So I'm going to show you again exactly the same thing I did, but with the other style scarf, because you're going to start that a little bit different. You're going to do the exact same thing we did, but instead of starting at the nape, you started at the top and then do the exact same thing we did before. So you find the middle. So I like to have just a little bit of my bang showing. And then I'm going to cross this in the back. Make sure it's still on there. Tighten it enough. Pull it up, and now we repeat. It's so hard to do without a mirror, guys. All right. You're gonna tie this in a knot. Make sure it's not too tight. Tuck in any loose ends that you have here. Once and twice. And again, you can knot this until you go up. I like to, at this point, tuck it in. If I can find where to tuck it. And it surprisingly stays all day. I wouldn't go to the gym and jump around and do like a step aerobics class with this in, but you can see it stays in pretty well. You know, I can wear this all day long, get some stuff done, and it stays in. If you have the type of hair, I actually have really slick hair, so the fact that I can do this, it will stay. But if you have the type of hair where things just constantly fly out of it, you can always bobby pin it, you know, put the X here. I actually bought multicolored bobby pins so that it matches whatever scarf I'm wearing. And I have pink ones, blue ones, you know, everything. And I just keep those in there specifically for when I put scarves in my hair. It just blends in so much more. You don't really want your bobby pins to be really noticeable. And I usually do that if I'm not doing a turban, because if I'm just doing like a rockabilly style, which you can also do with your scarves, then you might need to pin it. And also depending on the fabric of the scarf, because this is a lovely silk scarf. Natural silks and stuff like that tend to, believe it or not, I know they feel so nice and slippery, they stick to your hair. Some polyester and other materials, they'll just go straight out of your head. So get some bobby pins, get some colored bobby pins. You can find them on Amazon for like super duper cheap. So that was my, I guess, vintage uses for scarves. Now, let's get to the other one. If you wanted to do, like I was saying before, a more rockabilly look, you could do your pin curl, suicide roll, whatever you want to do in the front. I am going to be doing a lot of different things with my hair, so I decided to just leave it down so I can show you guys a couple different things that you can do. Ponytail, of course, do whatever you want to do with your ponytail, curl it, tease it, beehive, whatever you want to do. And now this is where you're going to use your smaller square scarf. You're going to get a triangle going with this guy as well. And now you're going to take the point, fold it up from there until we've got a nice I don't know what to call this, but basically like a headband style. Now with this is where you can do around the neck, tie it, clip, whatever you want to do. It looks great with dresses, looks great with a cardigan too. If you want to wear like a white collared shirt, cardigan over it and pull the whole thing together, one of these scarves just like this and you're going to tie that. But I'm going to show you, you can do the same hair thing with this. Now this would be a style, I don't think I have a bobby pin on me, but I would definitely need to bobby pin this. But this, boop, you're gonna tie it once and twice. So you get the bunny ears, and then you would crisscross in the back and usually one pin behind each ear. I can already feel that this without anything in my hair, because normally I would have enough gunk in my hair too. I'd have hairspray and all sorts of stuff, so it would really be sticking a lot better than this to my hair right now. I just pull back and then cross the bobby pins in the back, pin it here, and then you've got that rockabilly style. You can also, with the same roll that you've got here, just add it to your ponytail. Wrap it around, give it a tie. I personally don't do this look because my hair is so thin and fine, I feel that this looks better with full ponytails, but it still is an option. Now, I'm going to start showing you guys a couple more modern things to do with your scarves. I'm going to keep with the same thread, and we're going to do everything that you could do with the hair first, and then I'll move on. So now with the same scarf, I need to cheat because what I was talking about earlier with me having really fine and thin hair, it's an ongoing problem. I have a lot of hair pieces and different things to use to fake fullness and all of that. So for now, I just got one of these jammies. You can use this, you know, people call it all different things. It's basically like a hair rat. So what I'm going to do, I have the donut one too, but I thought that this one might work out a little bit better. I'm going to put my hair in a lower ponytail here. I'm going to wrap my rat around. So this would also, like I said before, work really well with the donut. And I'm just doing this literally just to give some volume here because I don't have any hair. Once I start putting it into buns and stuff like that, it doesn't do anything. Now I'm going to take, you could really do this with anything, but you could do that. I think that this would work better with a smaller scarf. So I'm going to now just fold it over the one time. I take this and just put it right over my fake bun here. And I'm going to wrap this around the bun. This would be another one that I would probably bobby pin in place just to really hold it secure. You'd probably want to bobby pin the bun in place and then also bobby pin this in place as well, the scarf. Again, I don't have a mirror. I'm doing this blindly. I'm not sure how this is going to turn out, but you kind of get the gist with this. So, obviously do whatever you want to do with the front of your hair. Curl it, get all fancy, and then for those of you with long hair that have a bun that you can actually make with it, this works. Or you can fake it like I do. And it is a wonderful bun cover. And of course you could do this with any of the styles of scarves that we have here, but I've only done this before with one of these, so I'm showing you what I did. And I have done this before. I actually think that this looks great to spend the day out on the water or on the beach where there's just humidity and you don't just want a ponytail, you want to look nice, you're going out to dinner, you want to be a little bit fancier, you don't just want a ponytail. This really, really dresses it up. Now, the next one I'm going to do, let's see how I do blindly. Alright, so I was talking about all my hair pieces. I have one that isn't a perfect match for my hair anymore. I'm letting my hair go natural. This is actually pretty much my natural hair now. But when my hair was a little bit lighter, I had one of these, and this was from when my hair was a little bit longer, so it blended in. It's one of those, I really just used it to add some fullness to my hair. You can use, if you have long hair, skip this step obviously, but I just want to show you something else that you can do with a scarf if you have longer hair or if you have extensions or a way to fake it. So with this particular fake hair piece, you take all your hair from the crown, you put this guy around this way. Let's see how I do with this, not seeing what I'm doing. All right, so now my hair is obviously too short for this. It's just that I want to show you a style of the scarf that you need longer hair to do because we're going to be doing a braid. So this, again, it's ridiculous. I don't think I would ever wear this, but I am going to be growing my hair out soon, so this is something I would definitely do. This is more of a like a boho style. Again, great for summer, great for beachy stuff, or just to add a little something extra to your like jeans and a white t-shirt. Get yourself a nice scarf and let me show you what I'm gonna do. So this is just gonna be a little bit too thick. You can do it however you want. I personally like a thinner headband up top, and then, you know, but you can also do it more like a do-rag style and completely cover your hair, or however you'd like to do this. But I'm gonna do this like a headband style. So I'm gonna come in right about here. I think that's about halfway. I'm hoping. And then I'm going to tie this into a ponytail. And you can end right here and just leave it as a ponytail, and that would look cool too. Wrap one of the ends around the actual ponytail holder, but I'm going to braid this guy. So there we go. Now I already have bangs and stuff falling out. This isn't going to be perfect, but you'll get the gist of what I'm going to do. So now with this up in a ponytail, I'm going to take one end and just put that to the side, because I'm going to use that to cover the whole ponytail and my short hair that is still going to be sticking out. So now with this longer hair here and with the scarf, I'm going to braid it. Do I have another Good. I needed another ponytail holder for this, so I've got scarf and the two pieces of long hair. And we braid. I'm assuming most of you guys know how to do a simple braid. If you don't, watch a YouTube tutorial on how to do this. I'm gonna have to probably watch a YouTube tutorial on how to braid to learn how to teach to braid when it comes time for me to have to teach my daughter how to braid, because this is one of those things that's really hard to explain. So, I braided my scarf and my hair. So I did this earlier in the mirror to make sure that what I wanted to do worked and that it looked good, and it did. It looked really, really great. I have no idea what I just did, and if this looks good, I could just be showing you the most ridiculous thing. So just, if this style looks silly, understand that it does actually look good, and I would suggest trying it out for yourself, because it really was such a cool, again, like kind of like a funky boho style. So now this extra end here, I'm going to use this to wrap around the ponytail holder, and also to hide the fact that I actually have short hair. And I'm just going to wrap that around what I feel flying around. When I did this, and I don't think me repeating this is really going to make that much of a difference, especially because I'm starting to sweat, because it is almost a record here on Long Island for the heat. I have the AC going, but it just can't keep up these days because it's just so hot. It's like 95 degrees and like 100% humidity. So bear with me, I'm going to start glistening pretty soon. So this, again, if you have long hair and you have one of these long scarves, you can see, you know, you can kind of get the idea of what I'm going for here. It's hard to do with fake hair that's not even clipped in and blindly doing it, but I would suggest giving this look a go if you have longer hair or good hair extensions, and you can wear it to the front or in the back, or you get it. The other thing I like to do with my scarves that I do actually do quite regularly is just tying a scarf to a regular old handbag. Now, if you have an outfit you're trying to match with a bag, and you don't have like a perfect match, but if you have a scarf that kind of pulls everything together, it really makes a huge difference. And I have my navy blue bag here. You're just going to tie it around one of these straps, and I don't know why, but they used to do this all the time, and I don't know why it's not done more regularly these days. Like even modern girls doing this, because does that not look great? Like it really just pulls the whole thing together. There's just something about a nice scarf tied on a bag that just gives it a little certain je ne sais quoi. So I just showed you how to tie a scarf around a bag to dress it up, but now I'm going to show you how to use a scarf to actually make a bag. So I did a whole tutorial on this actually probably like a year ago, maybe longer ago. A couple different ways to do it. You can tie it into knots and just use it as is, or you can use handles and make a handled handbag as well. So you can use different size scarves to do this as well. I'm just going to show you the one without the handles, but I'm going to link my full tutorial below, so please give that a watch if you'd like to see a couple different ways to tie scarves into bags. So I'm going to use this biggin so I can make a nice big bag. So what you're going to do, I swear I don't have horses. The little is upstairs. I'm actually down in my basement filming because she has been, she's almost 3. If you have kids, I don't think I really need to explain anything else. So you might be hearing some noises. All right, so you're gonna tie this. You're gonna fold this into a big triangle. Now, if you want this to be perfect, which of course you do, lie this out on a table. Watch my other tutorial and I'll show you how you really like do it nicely and properly, but just for speed and so you have another idea of something you could do with your scarves. I'm just gonna do this on the lap. So now that you have your triangle here, you're gonna tie 3 knots, 4 if you're really a stickler for that. So you do 1, and then you're going to take the other one and you want to put it at about the same place so that it's even. You're going to tie another knot. That is totally not even. You can just keep loosening it and tightening it and tucking it and doing it until it gets to where you want it to be so that it's even. Now this, because it's an anchor design, it's not going to be symmetrical anyway when I do it, so I'm not overly concerned. So now that you've got your 2 knots, you're going to turn this inside out or right side in. You're going to tuck your 2 knots inside the bag, and then you're going to tie 2 more knots. 1 and 2. And that is it. You now have an awesome handbag. So if I take all my stuff here, let me just fill this up. Here you go. I just put some stuff in there just so you can see how this looks. And 1, 2, 3. So having an extra scarf on you, I actually have pieces of fabric. I have some scarves and stuff that I just keep tucked away places. It's actually great to have a couple. I have a damaged scarf that I just keep folded up in my car, and it's come in handy a few times. I've gone to farmers markets and realized I don't have enough bags. I run to the car, I grab my scarf, I tie it in 3 knots, and then I've got endless supply of bags because you can just pack this thing out. It keeps stretching and stretching and stretching, I swear. So that's how to take a scarf and turn it into a bag. So the last thing I'm going to show you is something to do again with this oversized scarf. Now this you're going to use to decorate a pillow. I actually saw this done a long time ago on someone's blog or Pinterest or something, that it was like 100 things you could do with the leftover fabric from your projects. And if you have a big square of fabric, you can use it to decorate your pillows. I've done it with extra fabric, but it's also a great thing to do with these oversized scarves. So let's say you have family or company coming over and you want to dress up your couch because all your pillows just look like this, or maybe they don't appreciate true home decor like this, because this, I mean, fancy Chewbacca, I mean, come on. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your pillow, the corners you want to be the opposite of the corners of this. So you got a corner this way of the pillow, so you take the corner and you put it this way on the scarf. So you want this to be right about in the middle. I would do this on a kitchen table so you can really lay it out and see what you're doing, but working with what I got here. You're gonna flip this guy over and then you're gonna knot it. So you're gonna go knot. Take these pieces, tuck all your corners in here, and you're gonna knot it. How easy is this? And there's different ways you can do. You can just knot this on top like I'm going to do. You can tuck it under the other pieces to knot it. There's a lot of things you can do. But that's it. Did I tie that? Apparently I didn't tie that. Talking so much, I'm just not paying attention to what I'm doing. You tuck all this in. And voila, guys. So if it has a really good design on this side and you want this to be the pillow, or I personally like the way this looks. I've also used scarves that I was giving as a gift, and I used the scarf itself to wrap the gift in the scarf and gave the whole thing, and it just looked absolutely beautiful. So that's another thing that you can do. So let's say you wanted to give this Chewbacca pillow as a present, you can take a scarf and also gift the scarf to somebody as well. Because eventually you will have so many scarves, and you'll have someone, when you get a scarf, they go, oh my God, that scarf would be perfect for, and sometimes you just need to gift it. So this is the way to wrap your gift and pass on that scarf. So that was it, guys. There really are endless things that you can do with scarves. I will probably do another video because these are just 3 styles of scarves. I have so many different styles of scarves. So I'm probably going to make another video somewhere down the line. I have a list of videos I want to make for you guys. When I have the time, I definitely will start doing them again. If you're not currently subscribed to Redbird Vintage, definitely give this box a try, the new scarf subscription. It's a good way to start adding some vintage accessories, because as you can see, a scarf can really change an entire outfit. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope I see you guys in the next one. Bye!